Hi, I'm currently editing this video. I'm hearing it back and I didn't realize that my phone had picked up my kids playing outside. This is another reason why I usually record it very late at night when everyone's asleep. It is what it is, guys. Sorry about that. Enjoy the video. So last night I made a video. I wanted to just try and do something satirical. I'm trying to be more of myself on these videos. And one thing that I don't think translates well is just my sense of humor. It's very politically incorrect, can be edgy at times, but I've had to tone it down. I feel being a lead line, I gotta hold myself to a certain standard and I have to know what those standards are. So I may not participate in 100% of the banter and the jokes that's going on the line. I might just not include myself in the conversation and just go do something else, maybe set up lines for them, let them do their own thing, let them bond, I'm still a line cook, but because I'm in that in-between phase of being a lead line cook, I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to get my feet wet, so to speak. It's definitely a challenge when you're moving up within the same restaurant, because the same people you were bullshitting with, the same people you were joking with, roasting with, all of a sudden you're going to end up becoming their leader. You're going to be above them, and you're going to have to figure out where your standards lie as far as how do you interact with anyone that's, under you. So I make this video, and then as I'm editing it, something's just off. And usually when something feels off, that's usually my, ticket to get out. So I sleep on it. I keep thinking about it. Eventually I just decided to delete the video. Primarily because what the video was going to be about, I was going to make a very satirical, super dry, like just the way I'm talking to you now. I was going to give you advice on how to be a terrible employee. I thought it was something we could all relate to. The guys that just, that's not my station. We go on like how many breaks, and for how long. We all have a story like that. But I didn't want to run the risk of what if my employer saw that and then I got called into the office. On my side, I would be pretty annoyed because I know why I made the video, and in my head it's like, it's not all about you guys, But then I have to see it from their point of view, I do sort of agree that even when you're not at work, to a degree, you sort of do, represent your work. The only thing I can think of immediately is the situations where like people are rude to Uber drivers, and then they get fired because of their public behavior. They act out, they get filmed. And in this instance, I was not about to film myself doing line talk. I'll call it that. It was line talk. And what do you do when a chef or the owner comes in when you're having line talk? You shut the fuck up, because you know what's appropriate, joking around amongst the line cooks, and what's not appropriate. And so I thought further into it, and I was thinking about that, like, would I make these same jokes if I was, in front of my chef? If he's still my boss, no. If he's not my boss, I don't care. I think if you're going to be doing the tell-all book, make sure you're not working for that employer before you start, spilling the tea. That's not to say that I was going to start targeting specific people at my work and then, portray them on these videos. I expect things from myself as a lead line, and then I think further into it, and I expect things from the person above me. There's a certain standard I expect from my sous chef. There's a certain type of behavior I expect from my chef. And yeah, you know what? When I really thought about it, calling me into the office because I'm saying some off-color jokes, they're coming at it from management point of view. I'm not thinking management, I'm thinking line cooks, I'm thinking you guys, So based on that, I thought like, nah, I couldn't blame him. I completely understand. In fact, if he did, let's say he did see these videos and he didn't say anything, I wonder if I would still feel the same way about, the people above me if they didn't say, if they just like, really, guys? So I ended up deleting it. I thought maybe at a later time I could upload it, but it's like, nah, you know what? I think real, raw, line cook humor should be left on the line and discussed around the appropriate people. I think me coming up, trying to be a lead line, there's a certain standard I hold myself up to. When I become a sous chef, there's going to be another level of standard that I'm going to hold myself up to. And me, myself, as an employee, and just like you being a line cook, you need to hold your leaders to a certain standard. And sometimes that standard, might mean that you might have to take the blame, take the fall for something. I think the point I'm trying to make is I wouldn't have been in the wrong posting that video. I would have stood by it. But the wave it would have caused, it wouldn't have gone anywhere productive. Just like anything else, you guys, it's just kind of like watch what you put on social media, what you say, who you say it around. Be really careful. Also, on the same note, standards are important. They're important, for yourself, to keep yourself accountable, to know when, you have to have that hard line. Like, you have to know what things you're not willing to break, what standards you're not going to go under. It's a good gauge to see where you're at. Also, it's good to keep your leaders hold them at a standard. I'm not gonna have a chef that thinks it's okay to throw food at other employees for fun. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be in a kitchen where the chef or sous chef thinks it's okay, or even a cook, to like put someone down for no reason, just because they can. I don't think so. That's an interesting take on humor and standards. There's a time and a place for everything.